Goddamn.
Wow. Well, how's it going, everybody? How is it going? Thank you guys for joining us here today for another edition of NHP Unscripted, man. This is episode 285 of NHP Unscripted. Thank you guys for joining us, as always. How's everybody doing on your Tuesday afternoon? And, man, we have, yeah, we have
It was,
well,
agree with Logan.
yeah, there is no SmackDown to talk about today. Which is
No.
I know. Because due to the Royal Rumble, obviously there's really nothing coming out of SmackDown that was worth talking about. But we have that, and we have Monday Night Raw here as man, that segment
Oh, I can't wait to get to talk about that too. My God.
For context, Logan says, buried one of your only tag teams on the roster to Oba. Why didn't you just get two big local talents? When I seen the first of all, when I seen the War Raiders, I was already shocked. Because I was like, oh my God. I was like, these fucking guys are on TV. I hear Oba Femi's music, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, first of all, I was confused, because I'm like, who the fuck? I'm like, why? Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck they put Oba Femi in a fucking tag match? And then I realized the way the War Raiders were kind of looking. They were kind of looking crazy. And I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. And yeah, it happened. But regardless, yeah, very, very, mid Monday Night Raw. I'll say I thought it was better than the past couple weeks that I've been seeing, but disclaimer, that's not saying much at all. But at least there were things that I did like on the show as opposed to the past couple weeks I've been watching. I can say that, but again, it wasn't really all that impressive to begin with.
Yeah. There was the end stuff that was good, and for me, I really didn't like any of it. I kind of hated that episode. I thought most of it was absolutely horrible. They got fucking the same shit for the same people every fucking week. The same people are still facing the same people every fucking week. Personally, I kind of absolutely hated that episode up until the end. And the end actually was like, wow, I didn't think they would actually go in that direction. And the things they brought out to go in that direction, I actually liked and shocked me.
I did, man. I have a bad feeling about the main event, but I did like.
Oh, I already know how it's gonna end. LOL, Roman wins, but
that's
a pretty
well,
which
I
know
think
what?
I think I think my conspiracy theory on that main event of WrestleMania might be a bit worse, but I'll save it.
Okay,
I'll save it.
okay, I'm interested.
And yikes. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of Punk versus Roman in a one-on-one setting.
I do.
I don't know if it's gonna be that though. Hopefully it
I can
is.
see what you mean.
But
You think we might get a repeat?
yeah. I don't know. That's got me a little scared. I cannot lie going into WrestleMania. But regardless, so I didn't think they were going to go the Punk route. I really didn't think they were going to go the Punk route, especially with all the rumors we were seeing. I thought they were going to go the route of, Roman, going back for the championship that he lost, 2 years ago. I thought we were going to go that route. But I agree with Logan. I do like the reason. I do like the reason that he chose CM Punk. I like how they obviously gave some Roman.
Personal.
Yes, Roman gave some personal hatred type reasonings as to why he hated CM Punk's and again, it wasn't just about the title. Obviously it's about the title in a sense, but it wasn't all about the championship. It was just because he hates CM Punk. So I like it. I like it a lot, and I wouldn't hold your breath on that though. I'm not 100% confident that we do get a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. So that does scare me a little bit. But how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us here today for another edition of NHP Unscripted. This is episode 285. And thank you guys, as always, man. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central, we are on here with NHP Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. And with that being said, man, if you guys did miss this past Saturday and Friday's edition of the news and the Royal Rumble Riyadh post-show review, you guys can now watch both of those on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single, like I said, pay-per-view for both WWE and AEW directly after the show, and for Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, man. So the next time we will be live on here is at the end of the month in about 3 or 4 weeks with Elimination Chamber in Chicago. So there you go, man.
Excited.
Very excited for that. But also, man, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now cop the brand new design here at NHP, man. We got the slept on design here. It is available. It is live on the merch shop for you guys right now as we speak. That is, again, bonfire.com. The link is at the top of the description of this very video. And yeah, man, with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. Excuse me. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead. Let the people know what it is you are smiling about today.
I'm here, and I'm here with you guys, talking with you guys. That is why I'm smiling, man. It's definitely not because of Monday Night Raw, I'll tell you that, man. You know, it was a good weekend, very good weekend. Rumble wasn't good to me, but, the weekend itself and watching it, reviewing it, talking about it was always great. Then Monday comes along, and like we said, besides the ending of the Raw, I had to watch Raw. And for some foreseeable future, I'll get to watch Raw live, and I think I would rather watch the replay because my God, man, my God, is Raw just fuck? It's something else, man. It's a rough watch. It's a rough watch, man. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just been figuring it out, man. Just been figuring stuff out, man. But like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? Well, what about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, man. Honestly, yeah, just chilling, man. Honestly, just chilling. Nothing too much. Just yeah. Just like you, trying to get it together, man. So trying to yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, not too bad. Not too bad, man. Just chilling, bro. Getting ready for Chamber, right? Getting ready for Chamber. That's exciting.
Yeah,
That's
very
exciting.
excited.
Getting ready for God, what else are we getting ready for? I don't know. Getting ready to see how
Ready for Mania?
I'm getting ready to see how this Mania build treats us, man. I can say that, I guess. But
If I'm, dude, if this Mania build is looking like this, dude, imagine how bad it's gonna be after Mania. Dude, this
oh,
summer might be another rough ass summer with them, dude.
I could
Because
see
last
it.
summer was rough,
I
and
could
this
see it.
summer it's probably gonna be rough, dude.
Yeah,
No Triple H.
I could very well see that. Yeah, I could very well see that. Let's see. We got Yeah. No, I could very well see it being another rough another rough summer, man, cuz last summer the hell happened?
Exactly.
Damn. Who was the Oh, it was like the whole Rollins like vision
Shit.
like building. It was the Cena stuff which was good in my opinion. A lot of people hated it. I loved it. Um Yeah, that whole like Raw side after Mania 41 was very stale. It was very stale. Okay, before we get to Dynamite, bro, Sir K. So we got through 3 episodes of WWE Unreal, man. What are your general thoughts on the 3 episodes that we watched?
I love that show. Not because I like seeing the in-depth process, because to be honest, I saw someone post it and it was very true. It was under a post of like, you know how Logan Paul just films like his travel and shit.
Yeah.
It was one of his posts and it was like, this is what I wish Unreal was more of, is like the travel side, you know, seeing how, you know, superstars' families react to what they're doing. Shit like that. I wish Unreal was more of like that, to be honest. But what it is hilarious because it's literally just Triple H and his buddies looking stupid as shit the whole time. It's so bad. It's absolutely hilarious, dude. And every time I'm watching, I'm so confused about their process. And yet, and I always thought that WWE just was more processed, if that makes sense. I'm sure Vince's was, um, but at least the Triple H WWE we see, man, I'm just scratching my head half the time when I'm watching Unreal because it seems like they've more or less booked most of the matches on the fly, and they fucking, they, dude, the last episode we watched, man, the one that had Chelsea Green in it, that shit was confusing me so much, bro. You had the morons talking about Chelsea Green like she's some fucking Jey Uso schmuck. Talking about, oh yeah, she's not the type you put in the main event. She's the type of person you have the main eventers, you know, beat so they look good. And I'm thinking like, bro, she's not that bad. And bro, you booked Jey Uso to be a world champion. What,
Dude.
your standards are not that high. Stop acting like your standards are some unachievable thing. Unreal is hilarious, dude. It really is because I just scratch my head so much with how stupid they are, but it's also funny with how stupid they are, man. But what about you?
Um so I yeah, there was that part in episode 3. I felt the same thing too. Michael Hayes and like I remember Michael Hayes specifically just kept burying Chelsea Green for some reason.
Yeah,
With obviously like the lines you mentioned about like she's the one the main eventers beat. I'm like, dude, Chelsea Green's not that bad. Like and like I don't know, like how is that supposed to encourage somebody, you know, when their bosses are on a TV show, the people that are in charge of booking them are on a TV show, you know, basically just admitting, like, yeah, like, you know, if it was up to me personally, you know, I'd never use them because, you know, they're a fucking they're you know, they're just the ones the main eventers beat to look good. There was that. I thought the team looked utterly hilarious. There was one scene where they were talking about, you know, Pat and Gunther, and Bruce Pritchard was trying to lobby for Pat McAfee to beat Gunther off a quick fluke roll up win at Backlash St. Louis last year. And one of the fucking guys I can't remember his name, but one of the guys that was sitting there literally goes, look, he's literally sitting there like, what the fuck would be the point of doing that? You know what I mean? You have, you know, why would you have Gunther lose to Pat McAfee, and then for the next couple weeks, Gunther's in the ring and the guys over on commentary just sitting there, just 10 feet away from him, just fucking chilling. You know what I mean? Like, like what would be the point to that? and then they ended up dropping it. But it seemed like Triple H actually wanted to listen to the idea, man. It made no fucking sense to me, man. It made absolutely no sense to me. Yeah, Bruce Pritchard, I don't know, he just comes off like a dick. He just comes off like a complete dick on the
Asshole.
show, for no fucking reason. He seems like he just kills the vibe back there. And then, uh, who was the, what was the other thing that pissed me off? Oh my God, Road Dogg. That man, they dude, he looks like the biggest baby in that show. I can't even I can't even explain. Like when he gets mad, he acts like a little kid. And he's like there was the one scene where
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, just let me fucking get angry. Like, okay, bro.
What?
Y'all these are the motherfuckers that tell us it's just wrestling, bro. It's not real.
It's just, and your fucking writers are fucking throwing fits and shit. And dude, Triple H is the most useless person on that team, bro. He dead ass just sits in the fucking head of the table chair and just fucking asks everyone what they want to do. He don't give no input on any of their
Nothing.
pitches.
Nothing,
No
bro.
input. He does not give his opinion for anything.
I'm telling you,
Anything they
bro.
pitch.
I'm telling you, bro,
He's useless.
he sits there and chews his ice. That's literally what he does. He sits there and chews on his ice.
How is the head booker the most useless one there? He just hears the pitches and goes, what do you guys think about that one?
Good God. Yeah, that oh, and then we did see the infamous um yeah, what the fuck did he say? Road Dogg said something. He was like, "Yeah, so let's I I think, Saturday night's main event, we put the US title back on Chelsea." Triple H asks him, "Okay, so if we put the US title back on Chelsea, then who does she face after that?" This motherfucker literally goes, "Well, I don't know."
Chelsea just got something.
Bro,
And Triple H's point made no sense because he's listing off names. They're like, yeah, she's already faced them. Motherfucker, you do that with everything else. So what are you fucking
yes.
tripping about him for?
Motherfucker, we literally just heard in the news you, Triple
Yeah,
H,
you.
talking about what the fuck was he saying? He was talking about oh, that's what I was gonna say. He says that to Road Dogg. Meanwhile, we hear in the news that they were planning for Cody Roman 3 at WrestleMania. I thought the fans have already seen that, Paul. And then another thing, Paul, is he's talking about oh, she's already faced all the baby faces on the roster. Really? And why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, Paul? Is it because, I don't know, maybe that you haven't done a fucking draft in like 3 fucking years? Maybe that has something to do with it? Maybe?
Moron. He's a fucking moron, dude.
The show is unreal that they genuinely let cameras film them looking so stupid.
No, that is insane. I would never let somebody see me that dumb in my life. I would dead ass be asking you to cut 70% of that footage.
Dude, man, they look so they look so stupid on that show. It is not even funny, bro. So stupid. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Unreal. We still got 2 episodes left to go. So hopefully, those will be watched sometime soon. But regardless, I did forget to mention, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? My guys on the Replay Mafia, JT, JB. We got my brother Flex in the chat. He says, Roman and Punk got me dripping with excitement.
Wow, that's very exciting, I guess. I mean, I hope it's just that one-on-one, and from what we've seen, it does look really good. Hopefully they keep that same energy, but they probably won't.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Who else am I forgetting? Mr. Welcome Down and Cut They Shiz Off. How you guys doing? Thank you guys as always for joining us. As we have, oh man, we have AEW Dynamite.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man. This episode of AEW Dynamite, yeah, this was pretty bad. This is
It was
pretty
an episode
bad.
of Dynamite.
Yeah,
It happened. It played, and then it ended.
it did. It played, it ended, and in that time, in the span of 2 hours, my brain deterioration was very noticeable within these 2
Yeah.
hours. The show opened up with Kenny Omega versus Rocky Romero.
Love it.
I swear, man, I'm loading up AEW Dynamite, and I see Rocky Romero in the ring, I see Kenny Omega coming to the ring, and all of a sudden they cut to Rocky Romero. He's already in the ring, and he's like taunting, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you gotta be kidding me. I'm sitting there thinking, man, there's no fucking way I'm about to watch this match, bro. There's no way. There's no way.
You were proven wrong with the excellence from Rocky Romero, right?
No.
But what?
I was not, man, I never questioned my morality so hard, man. I genuinely questioned if I wanted to continue watching this show. I seen Rocky Romero fucking sitting in the ring, and they legitimately started having a one-on-one match. I was like, oh my god, how did I not see this on social media? Something, anything. Kenny Omega defeats Rocky Romero. Okay, he then says, he then gets on the mic. Whew. Yeah, God, that was sweet. Hold on. I needed some energy because that was wow. So Kenny Omega says no matter if it's someone he hates or loves, it's just business on his way to the world title. Hangman comes out. It says he will be the one to get to the world title before anybody else. Swerve Strickland comes out. He tells Kenny Omega he will go through anybody for that title. Kenny tells Swerve, I think you're looking for a fight.
He's just be banned from AEW at this point, please.
Looking for a fight, dude.
They're looking for a fight.
And then the mood proceeds to be completely just shot in the head because Don Callis comes out and he says his guys can beat any of them. He says he runs this show. Kenny Omega gets out of the ring and chases Don Callis away. And that was it for this segment.
How many years has he been facing a Don Callis family? What, 3 now?
Yeah, since 2023. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck.
It's been 3 years,
3
and
years.
he can't get away from the Don Callis vortex.
No, he can't. He literally can't.
Logan mentions a great point. He says, "Do we want to talk about how Swerve and Kenny have to go through this tournament thing to get to MJF, but Brody King of all people, can just go to Tony Khan and get an eliminator match?" That's a wonderful question.
Because of his friendship with Bandito, bro. That's why he hurt his friend. You know, right?
But he's
Yeah.
a loser.
But he's friends with Bandito, man, and
Wow.
he hurt Bandito. You know,
Wow. You know, when you put it
I
like
see the
that,
vision.
still makes no sense. Um, um, God,
It's
man.
fucking so stupid, dude. I don't know. I don't know what. Just stop, please. Just stop.
Absolutely terrible. John Moxley defeats an AEW Dynamite debuter in Ace Austin. Yes. This is his first time on Dynamite, and he's been with the company for like 5 months at this point. It's been a minute.
Damn.
And this is his first match.
He loses his sleep. You could have put fucking Ace Austin versus fucking anybody.
Anyone.
Ricochet, somebody. Nothing.
Anybody,
He
bro.
just has to get randomly beat by Mox for no reason, even though his group has nothing to do with the Death Riders are doing. Why didn't Moxley face fucking Rocky Romero for God's sakes? It's still horrid, but like at least that's a little more sensible.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's terrible, but like, you know, they're feuding with the Don Callis family, so it would have made a little more sense. Why is he
Little
facing
sense.
the Bang Bang Gang's Ace Austin?
Ace Austin, the Bang Bang Gang. They're not facing them.
Yeah, I I don't know. Abandon all hope at this point.
I'm
So
telling you, dude.
John Moxley, when's the next AEW pay per views? In about a month and a half. Okay, all right.
I think
I'll
so.
I'll be back for that because my God,
Okay.
they can't book television for shit. The pay per views, man, they knock it out of the park. I must say, but bro, this shit. Um, Death Riders had a cool entrance as always. Um, John Moxley defeated Ace Austin with a quick cutter into a Death Rider. And afterwards, Konosuke Takeshita came to stare down John Moxley. And I guess he was the boy that John Moxley was talking about last week when he told, or the week prior to this, when he told Don Callis, you know, tell your boy he knows where to find me. I guess Takeshita was the boy.
I guess, unless it's a different one of the main three of the group, and then they start beefing with Takeshna or something. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know for what. I don't know what's happening at this point.
It's a bunch of ridiculousness. And then Davis
Yeah,
and Doyle,
goaded.
they come out to attack John Moxley after the match.
God,
Dude.
I need to see it. You know what I need? I need Davis and Doyle versus Death Riders. Even though that unfortunately cannot happen anymore.
It can't. It's over.
So now let's just get We need now. You know what? Now we need Davis versus Claudio.
No.
Hear that, Tony? Book it.
Book it, Tony. Davis
Book it.
versus Doyle. I mean, no. That
Oh my God.
no. Dave, my bad.
No.
Davis versus Claudio. There we go. That is the mega
Right.
match everyone wants to see. Logan's been talking about this big fight feel he misses, man. There you go. There you go,
That's
man.
the big fight feel right
Big
there.
fight feel. Davis versus Claudio on Collision, man. Book it. All right.
We need it. No, on Dynamite.
Yes. Davis versus Claudio. Book it right now on AEW Rampage. Let's get it. So, a segment later, Okada is in the back talking to Kyle Fletcher. And Takeshita sincerely apologizes to Kyle Fletcher for what happened at World's End. Motherfucker. That was fucking a month ago? Well, Kyle...
Yeah, bro, I know I fucked your shit up like 2 months ago, but...
Dude!
My bad. My bad.
Fletcher accepts the apology, and then a couple segments later in the night, Takeshita was standing with Fletcher, and Takeshita, he called Kyle Fletcher out on it, man. He looked at him and he says, so, you forgave Okada. And before Fletcher could get a word out, Takeshita walked away. This was my favorite part about Dynamite, because it was a story continuation. But in saying that, it's a really good story that they did at World's End that we didn't need to fucking wait a month to get this segment out of. You couldn't have had Okada, apologize, a week, 2 weeks after. We had to wait a month just for him to apologize to Kyle Fletcher. Why wasn't Kyle Fletcher more mad about this? Why wasn't Takeshita pressing the situation? What the fuck, Tony? You gonna make us fucking wait a month for that?
And now you got someone that isn't Okada in Okada's group going for the title that Okada just lost. Why does he not have beef with them right now for that? Or some type of jealousy, or you're getting in my way because I want something like that. You know what I mean?
Something, bro. Something.
Anything.
I don't know. Again, it was a really good story coming out of World's End, but I don't know, they forgot about it or I don't know what happened. But dude, making your audience wait a month on something that was very hot coming out of World's End with the whole, cuz that whole World's End shit, it made them look like geniuses. They look like fucking geniuses, bro. The way they booked that with, the hiding of the screwdriver and all that good stuff, they looked amazing coming out of that. And then again, we get to this what am I talking? Oh, we get to a month. We get a follow up on it 1 month later. 1 month later. For as good as that was, again, man, a whole month later is utterly ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is. It is completely ridiculous.
MJF. Oh, sorry. Mark Briscoe, not MJF. Mark Briscoe defeated El Clan for the TNT Championship. Mark Briscoe defeats El Clan with a roll-up. Mark Briscoe then makes an open challenge for Collision. He then looks over at Don Callis. He then looks over at Don Callis, not Don Callis family. He looks over at Callis and he says, "My only condition is nobody from the Don Callis family. I'm tired of facing y'all. I'm tired of seeing them."
I'm tired of them existing in the first place, but we move on.
We then get the debut of Tommaso Ciampa in AEW. Excalibur is going crazy. He's listing off accolades. He's like, Mark, this guy has history with Mark Briscoe from the Ring of Honor days. He's listing accolades that Ciampa has won. He's listing his nicknames off. I mean, you could tell Excalibur, has done his homework on Tommaso Ciampa. Okay? The only problem is, Excalibur's not the only one sitting at commentary. Okay? Tony Schiavone's sitting at commentary too. And you could just if Excalibur is, very knowledgeable on Tommaso Ciampa, Tony Schiavone. I mean, man, he really knew his shit on this night, okay? He says, and I quote, 3 words about Tommaso Ciampa, okay? All right, these 3 words, when Tony said this just really gave me, if I didn't know who Tommaso Ciampa was, this would have gave me a great glimpse into the career of Tommaso Ciampa. Tony Schiavone sitting there, and his fucking input on this situation is, yeah, he's unpredictable. Is he? Is he, Tony? Is he? You sound real smart sitting there. And all you have to fucking say about a debuting talent in this company is, yeah, he's unpredictable. Oh, is he? Is he? Okay.
Is he? He's unpredictable, man. That's what he's got to say. That's his input.
What a... My God. Nobody gave him notes, nobody gave him, bullet points of Tommaso Ciampa's career or nothing, so he could sound a little more fucking knowledgeable?
That requires production and preparation.
Yeah, he's unpredictable. So if you guys didn't know who Tommaso Ciampa was, that's all you need to know. Yeah, he's unpredictable. I started dying laughing, because I'm like, it legitimately looked like when you were doing a class project and there was that one kid that didn't fucking do a single thing, but he has to pitch in something during the presentation because everybody's got to say something, right? And he just says the most butt fuck comment known to man. He just says the most random thing, literally known to man. And all the other kids are given a description on the project. They're talking about the facts and the bullet points and all this other shit that they fucking did their research on. And this one kid comes in who just put his name on the project. He has no fucking idea what to say. So he says something like, yeah, it's unpredictable. Nice, Tony. Yeah. Nice.
I got the whole board of the science project. He just goes, yeah, man, it's on the periodic table. And then he just steps back and just lets the rest of the fucking group talk because he has nothing else to say. What a fucking goober, dude.
What
fucking
the fuck?
Schiavone.
My God. I'm sitting there, and again, I just started dying laughing, bro, because I'm sitting there no way that is his input on the debut of Tommaso Ciampa. Regardless, Ciampa gets in the ring. He does a stare down with Briscoe, and that was that was the segment. That was a segment. He, like I said, this was for a challenge on Collision, so he pretty much just came out to answer the challenge. I thought this was great. It was amazing seeing Tommaso Ciampa in AEW, man. It really was. I really did have a lot of hope for him in WWE once Triple H took over. I really did, man. I thought Ciampa was gonna be a guy that Triple H just did wonders for, and really kind of turned around the trajectory of his career. And it didn't end up being that way. He had him as a singles for a little bit, not too long before he got DIY back together, and he got DIY back together, man, and everybody was stoked for it. And then they ended up just being some nostalgia act almost. They were only really used, it seemed like they got their flowers when they, went down to those NXT reunion shows. And it's just you're treating these guys like has-beens. And these guys are still really good, especially Johnny Gargano. And Tommaso Ciampa's fucking amazing as well, dude. And we've seen it. We've even seen DIY do great tag stuff. The SmackDown after WrestleMania, when they had their TLC match. I believe they had 2 TLC matches in the year of 2025 on SmackDown that were really fucking good, man. And again, they would only really be used for these NXT Homecoming, NXT Reunion shows, NXT Unk shows, and DIY would go down there and make their appearance and wear their old merch and come out to their old theme songs. And it's again, you just treated these guys like they're fucking has-beens, like they have nothing else to give. And they're 2 of the best performers on your roster. It made no sense to me at all, and I'm not gonna lie, kind of hope Johnny Gargano follows. But how are you feeling about this whole situation, man?
The same boat, man. They treat him. They treated Triple H just treats a lot of that black and gold NXT, man, like it's some old WCW, like some unction, bro. I don't get it. I really don't get it. These guys still have so much to give, and it's pretty obvious that they can. And I'm glad he's finally getting the opportunity too. They just did DIY stuff and generic NXT throwback stuff, and thought it was going to be a lot more, and it wasn't. And so far in AEW, he looks like he's going to be doing pretty good. And like you said, I hope Gargano joins them. I hope Candice joins them.
Oh yeah.
I think that might be the best for their careers, man.
I think so. I really do, man. I really do. I think Johnny Gargano, Tony loves him a match, right? Tony loves him a match, and I think he would really mess with Johnny Gargano's and Tommaso Ciampa. Both of these guys, really, I think he would really mess with what they can bring to the table in terms of their match quality too. And one thing too that's amazing about Gargano and Ciampa, both of these guys are great promos too, so they can really help you out in the story department, which is where AEW does lack. But we all know Tony Khan loves him a match, and both of these guys are incredible in-ring performers, and I really would hope he would use them from that standpoint, man. But it almost kind of really makes me wish that Gargano, left a couple years ago. When his contract was originally up and everybody was waiting for him to pop up in AEW, and he went back to WWE, and I had so much hope because Triple H is such a Gargano and Ciampa guy. And I would say the peak for Tommaso Ciampa was probably, somewhere in this DIY stuff last year where they were just, which is sad because you can't even really call that a peak. But like when DIY was having a lot of great matches, like I said, that TLC match, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, was an incredible, incredible tag team showcase. That was probably Ciampa's peak in the WWE main roster TV. As for Gargano, dude, I'll never forget that 2022 Elimination Chamber when he was in there. He just looked at home mixing it up with Seth Rollins, and I had so much hope because I'm like, man, look at this. I'm like, Gargano's literally going toe to toe with Seth Rollins, bro, like one of WWE's main event guys. And he stood toe to toe with him, man. Johnny Gargano was such a great performer, man. He's such a great performer, and and I remember having so much hope coming out of that show, just for the future of Johnny Gargano's career and how he's going to be used in WWE, and they did nothing, man. Triple H absolutely fumbled, and did not treat well two of the guys that made his NXT era as special as it did. Instead, he just treated them like a bunch of unks. Again, they would really only just send them down for some NXT reunion shows, and all right, we're gonna sell some old Johnny Gargano shirts, and we're gonna play the old DIY song, and it's gonna be great. And that was all it ever was, man. And that just breaks my heart so much because these guys are so much better than that. And again, two of my all-time favorites, bro. Johnny Gargano's on the Mount Rushmore, man, and for me, because I believe in the guy so much, and Tommaso Ciampa, he's my favorite NXT champion of all time, and it just really sucks it didn't work out in WWE, but I mean it's not either of these guys' fault, man. It's not to their ability whatsoever, man. It's of the failures of their boss. It is.
It is. It's 100% failure of Triple H.
So I don't know. He lost two real ones, man. He did. Well, he didn't even lose Johnny Gargano yet, but I hope he does. But he
I hope he
definitely
does.
lost Tommaso Ciampa for sure.
And I think he will, to be honest.
So MJF MJF is having a promo battle with Brody King. He says all Brody King does is follow people around. You followed around Malachi Black, you followed around Buddy Matthews, and now you're following around Bandito. Brody King then announces he spoke to Tony Khan and has gotten himself an eliminator match for next week. Okay, great.
What's the point of a tournament?
Seriously, they're literally running a whole just throw Brody in the tournament.
Exactly. Like, all right. Okay, bro.
Brody King is, I mean, what can I say, man? Is everybody ready to see him lose again?
He's a big guy in AEW. He's gonna just be there to lose to make the person he's facing look better. Come on, like at the end of the day, we all know why Hobbs left.
Yes, it's because of shit like that. You mean Royce?
Oh yeah, my bad. Royce Keys. My bad.
Yeah, it's all right. The Young Bucks have a going back to their roots video package, man. They announced the return of the headbands, the tassels, you know what I mean, the confetti, whatever it is. They announced going back to their roots, man. It's almost like they're going to be getting one of their OG boys back from their roots as well. So I don't know, maybe the
Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the match that had to get canceled due to injury, man? That they were planning at some point, probably this year.
Was it the fucking Young Bucks versus Davis and Doyle?
No, man. It was Young Bucks versus the Golden Lovers, man. That they had to due to Coda's injury, they had to
No, what
had to
happened to
cancel.
Coda?
Yeah, he broke his femur, man, or whatever it was, man. Yeah, I think it was his femur. He broke it, But they were
How'd
planning
that
on
happen?
that match, man. I don't remember, man.
It's
I'm
okay,
assuming
bro.
it's gonna be a match, but it might have been a match. You know what I mean?
So what do you feel
But
about the Golden Lovers getting back together in AEW? But I thought the Bucks were with Kenny. Why would that be a match?
all they said is that was the original plan before he got injured. I guess they were on one of those BTE Q&As,
Well,
and they revealed that.
what's gonna happen with Coda and Kenny now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We got like 2 years without Coda. Kenny's devastated. I'm devastated. I wanted to see it. That on pay-per-view, that would have been golden. Get it?
Yeah. Wow.
Femurs would have been broken, man. And unfortunately, they got broke too fast.
Wow. Man was off the leash, I guess. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
What was that chuckle for? See, what are you chuckling? What is funny,
What are you
man?
talking about? What are you talking
I don't
about,
find
man?
nothing funny.
We have we got the Young Bucks going back to their roots. I don't know. Man. You think the you think the phenomenal one is gonna be coming in?
I think he's coming in, man, and I cannot wait.
I think so too, bro. I think so too.
Think so. I'm excited. I'm actually very pumped for that.
Chris Statlander defeats Thekla with a Saturday Night Fever. And after the match, Megan Bain and Penelope Ford come to the ramp and stare her down.
Excited.
No.
What?
I can't
You're
say
not?
I can't say I'm excited for a Chris Statlander and Megan Bain program.
Just reference that tweet. I don't want that to get out of context. but but she's a heavy hitter, man. She is. So you know what? I'm
What do you
intrigued to
mean?
see how it goes, man.
Who are you
Well,
talking about?
I'm not gonna say the tweet, but you know,
I know, but I'm trying to figure
there's
out
some
who you're talking about.
talking about Megan Bain.
Oh. Got it. Well, they said
Oh, shit's
Kodo
a
was a
heavy
heavy
hitter,
hitter
man.
too.
No, I think that was Kenny. And I think that you know, I'm gonna stop.
It was Kenny. It was Kenny what?
It is Kenny is he's a heavy striker, man. You know,
Mm,
he be hitting them strikes. You know,
okay. All right. All right. So what's your what's your opinion on Megan Bain and Chris Statlander? What's your thoughts on this?
that's two heavies right there, man. That's just two
Mm-hmm.
heavies, just facing each other, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. You know,
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, speaking of heavy hitters, Davis and Doyle. Okay.
oh yeah,
Versus FTR for the tag titles.
look at FTR, dude. Uh, do, do they not realize that tag division is like so lame when they're champions?
Oh, bro,
Like, dog. They
it's
don't know what they're
terrible.
doing with FTR. At this point, I actually want to see them go back to WWE just to fucking be fresh again.
Yes.
They literally have done everything in AEW so fast.
And they've done everything 6 times over, bro.
How many times did they win the titles? 3?
I want to say 3 or 4.
God. God damn.
Moxley comes out due to the attack from earlier. He hits Mark Davis with his Continental or International Championship. Davis gets a shatter machine for the victory. This was the match that Jake Doyle tore his bicep in. So shout out Mr. Doyle. Hope you get better soon. And yeah, so that was that. Davis and Doyle lost the tag titles. Why would you build up this monster tag team to go after FTR so quickly, knowing that Christian and Copeland aren't back yet? It doesn't make sense.
Why don't you just save them
And the
for
both
Christian and Cope?
literally, bro, and both acts are heels. So
Yeah.
why would you do this?
Why don't you have, maybe you could have had, Davis and Doyle want to go for the tag titles, but, something interrupts them for the time being,
Right.
whatever fucking Don Cal's family bullshit you want to come up with. Have Christian, have CNC come back, win the titles, and then boom, you got first challengers for them. It's that simple.
Makes no sense, bro. Makes no sense. Andrade versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve hits a house call on Andrade and he goes to set up big pressure. And Andrade low blows him behind the referee's back and hits him with his like twisting, hammerlock DDT, which is called the DM.
DM.
The DM is the name of the move.
Okay,
Andrade wins the match and he advances to face Kenny Omega.
let's go, man. I'm excited.
After this, MJF is leaving the arena. He gets confronted by Kenny Omega. He gets confronted by Andrade. And before he goes to get in his car, he gets confronted by Adam Page. So there's pretty much like a walkout. Like I said, there was like a walkout of, MJF just pretty much being a hunted man in AEW, right? I always like when they do that kind of shit with the championship, when they can create an atmosphere where it seems like people are gunning for the championship. It makes the championship feel important. I actually didn't mind, this segment here. I actually quite liked it. So I thought it was a nice way to end the show, just highlighting their little tournament that they have going on right now. So I thought it was okay.
Most definitely. And I like how all the people that are actually have a chance of winning it in the tournament confront him. It's not just Kenny, and it tells you right there that Kenny's going to be the winner and all that type of shit. I like
Mhm.
how the actual main people that can win the tournament are confronting him. It actually makes it look like any of them can win the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got, yeah, that's it for everything on. Logan says, "Where the fuck is Christian and Cope, bro?" They had a great story going on. I was enjoying it, at least I was. And then Copeland went away. They sent Christian home too. Copeland went to film back-to-back movies. I don't It makes you think, why didn't they like do something? Why didn't they start this story after? Like, he had to have known he was going to film shit.
Yeah. Why didn't they just wait until,
Yes.
like you said, after or and before they could have just, you know, had Christian get or have Edge get written off for whatever reason, and in the meantime, Christian deal with a bunch of bullshit by himself, and boom, you could set up that whole return and what you already did, waited until Revolution build to do it,
And
or after whenever he comes back.
where is the patriarch? Would I know Luchasaurus obviously isn't in the group anymore. Where's like Nick Wayne? I don't care to see Kip Sabian. Well, like, where the fuck is Nick Wayne at?
I guess they literally just took the whole fucking circle of storytellers off TV just for the
Which
time being.
which is even crazier too, because it was like they seen All Out was in Toronto and was like, oh my god, we have to do this here. But here's my problem. Did Christian and Cope, I believe they beat FTR. Like, okay, let me do a quick. I'm almost positive.
Oh, Logan says Nick Wayne was hurt the last time we saw him, I believe. Oh, was he? He might have been.
He was, but then I remember Tony Khan saying something along the lines of like that he was gonna be back soon, and that was a while ago. Yes, Christian and Copeland beat FTR. Now I remember afterwards, FTR I guess got the moral victory by sliming out Beth Phoenix. But like, bro, why didn't you just have FTR beat the shit out of Christian and Copeland to the point where, you did an injury angle, you could have spike pile drived them and then be running an injury angle as to why they're gone. Why didn't you have FTR beat them? Because they haven't teamed together in like, I think by that point it was like 11 or 12 years that they've even teamed together. Probably close to 20 years since they were like a legit tag team together. And do something like that. But instead, Christian and Copeland beat FTR and then just now they went away like that. Nobody thought that through.
Such a weird setup, dude. It makes no sense.
None whatsoever, bro. Ridiculous. All they had to do was incapacitate Copeland and Christian, fucking kick their ass. You could write them off with like fucking neck injuries or whatever. You still could have done the thing you did to Beth Phoenix and then just keep everybody out. And then you could have had FTR. When FTR won the tag titles, it wouldn't have looked like, they won the tag titles, but it's pretty blatantly obvious that they're kind of just sitting around waiting for Copeland and Christian to come back. I mean, it still would have looked that way, but at least they would have looked dominant in doing so. Because they wouldn't have, I don't know, already been beaten by the team that's probably going to take the tag titles from them. So,
Literally.
I don't know. Nobody thought that through. Like I said, it was literally like they just like their eyes started glowing and was like, "Oh my god, All Out's in Toronto. We got to do this here." So, and again, I don't know why they didn't just do the write off there, but whatever. Um so that's everything for AEW Dynamite, man. We have a word from our sponsor here at NHP, man. We got a word from none other than W Energy. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters, man. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly, always gotta shout out Debbie. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, no matter what it is going into 2026, whether it's staying up for the Rumble, even though it was an early show, you basically damn near had to still stay up for it. Or, well, if you were in Saudi, you really had to stay up for it. Whether it's Chamber, whether it's Mania, whatever you need the energy for, man. Debbie's got you. It'll keep you energized, keep you focused, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly, always. Gotta shout out Debbie.
Yes, sir. As always, shout out and thank you to the great people over at W Energy, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP, man. So, with all of that being said, man, we have Monday Night Raw. Wow. This episode of Raw took place from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. The show opened up with Braun Breaker. He's in the ring screaming about what happened at Monday Night Raw. He's saying, like, screw Monday Night Raw. He's saying all this stuff. His boys back him into a corner, and they're trying to calm him down. Paul Heyman grabs the mic, and he starts to blame Adam Pearce for knowing who the masked man was, because he says Pearce has to approve all the visas.
Dude, why does fucking Adam Pearce in kayfabe do so much dumb shit? So he has to do paperwork for every match, every title match. He has to approve the visas for everybody, I guess. I don't know what Nick Aldis does. Does he do it for the SmackDown guys or just
They don't
Adam
have a
Pearce doing
department for
it?
that? They don't have a visa approving department?
Like, dude, to Triple H, I guess the GM like runs the entire company, kayfabe wise.
Literally.
All right, he deals with the visas. Okay,
They don't have a travel department in World Wrestling Entertainment?
even in kayfabe, you don't just say like what, what. All right,
Yeah, Adam Pearce again.
oh,
They talk his job up to be like the most daunting task. I mean, again, they they play. I mean, they play this shit up, man. This guy's got to approve visas. He's got to book the show. He's got to do paperwork, fucking all night long. I mean, my God, I don't think again you mean to tell me they don't have a travel department? Somebody that does he have to book everybody's flight too? Does he have to send them their flight information? I mean, what the fuck?
say what's next? Does he gotta fucking orchestrate the time frame for the ring crew and all that? Does he gotta oversee all that operations
Man,
too? Cause god damn, how deep does his job go, kayfabe wise?
good God. So he says Braun Breaker grabs the mic. He says Adam Pearce still has till the count of 3 to get out here. Adam Pearce says he doesn't know who the Masked Man is, but the last time we seen the Masked Man, it was Austin Theory. Yeah, that's a problem that we're discussing the last time we seen the Masked Man. You think maybe this happens a little too much? Maybe?
A little too much, maybe. Just maybe. Good lord. But alright.
He says he's going to do Braun a favor. I'm going to let you keep your job after that piss poor performance in the Royal Rumble. Damn.
You gotta kill him at that point, bro.
Dude, the way Braun
Like,
he jumped out of the ring so fast, he legitimately tripped on the aisleway.
Oh, dude. That shit was hilarious, bro. Braun's body language, he's very good at that shit. He done fucking flew out the ring so fast and mad. That was perfect, dude.
He went to go after Pearce, and while he was on the ramp, the Unchosen LA Knight attacks the Vision with a chair. So is he like a Vision hunter now?
I think they're doing the faction hunter thing with LA Knight now.
Wow. Wow. The segment, okay, I do like the banter from Adam Pearce. Um Heyman, for the most part, this week kept it short and sweet. Ray started to kind of ramble, but then Braun cut him off. I was like, oh, thank God. So that I can appreciate. I did like the banter from Adam Pearce, kind of questioning, you know, the whole Masked Man and the last time we seen him being Austin Theory. However, it does make me wonder, bro, is Braun completely out of the world title stuff this year? Which, I really did want to see Braun Breaker, go for a world championship. The only problem for me was that it was going to be against CM Punk, bro. We've already seen this. We've already seen this before, man. So that was one thing that kind of turned me off to it. If I'm being 100% honest, man. Again, I would have loved to see him get a world title. And it does seem like Triple H is going to just stick with his old reliable guys. But at the end of the day, again, it's not really, I'm not really tripping about it too bad just because, bro, it's Braun and Punk. I mean, we literally see this all the time, and we've seen this all the time for the past year that Punk has been feuding with the Vision. So, I mean, the segment was okay. Like I said, it just really makes me wonder: is Braun getting moved down the card? It almost makes me feel like, because I see a lot of people saying that this masked guy could be Logan Paul. Um, are we is Braun Breaker gonna be the Logan Paul match?
See it, dude. I can really see it. I don't know what they're playing because I've seen a lot of people theorizing about all this Vision stuff. A lot of people at this point seem to think Heyman is, kind of still on Seth's side because he said he never planned to turn on Seth at that point yet, and it was Braun and Breed that did it, and that he's secretly still on Seth's side. Could be Logan Paul, dude. This group got diluted so fast they could be doing anything with this fucking group. And no matter what it is, to be honest, I really don't like any of the direction this group is taking. I really don't. No matter who's against who stays with who. It's just a bunch of mess of stuff I really don't care about for a group I really don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks, man, because I think he did get pushed down the card for the same old in the main event scene. And again, I like what they're doing with Punk and Roman so far. But just it sucks to see, man. It sucks to see that it's just the same old, in the same old position on the show. And it looks like it's gonna stay that way for a while this year.
It looks like it. It looks like it, man. After this, a couple segments later in the night, dude, we get this LA Knight and Vision like video package where it's literally just a beat up package on like there was nothing accomplished in this video package literally than just the Vision whooping his ass.
It was literally the commentary just said, "Let's run a breakdown on the reason LA Knight has such a beef with the Vision or whatever, the history of their beef." And like you said, the video package is literally just LA getting beat up. Every time he got beat up, they just showed it, and that was it. Like,
Bro,
yeah, no shit, I just fucking want to beat them up too.
it
That makes
literally
me probably
just
want to leave the show.
it just showed this dude being the weekly beat up for the for the Vision, bro.
And I I think they're dead ass about to run like the faction hunter thing with LA Knight
Oh yeah.
against the Vision.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, that is just evil, dude. Like,
After this segment with LA, we get a segment with Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce. He tells Adam Pearce to book Braun Breaker versus LA Knight tonight. Adam Pearce says he can't do it. I just walked LA out of the building. He tells Heyman, you should do the same to Braun. And also, tell Bronson Reed to prepare for his match with Penta.
Why is Penta facing these people, dude? What is going on?
Paul Heyman's on Unreal saying, "Man, we fucking got something with this Penta." And this is yeah, you guys got something, all right. You have a problem on your hands,
It's all I was thinking. It's all I was thinking during this shit is like, dude, they're on Unreal. You got Heyman hyping this motherfucker Penta up.
dude.
Because, he could be facing Dom for that IC title and
He could.
shit. But he's just another Vision beat up guy.
He's
What are
just
they
another weekly
doing,
beat
man?
up, bro.
God.
So there was a lot that didn't make sense on this show, I tell you.
There was a lot, actually.
So Paul Heyman,
Yeah.
a couple segments later, Paul Heyman is pleading with Braun Breaker. Braun is shouting, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He pushes the door open and walks off. So I'm assuming this was Paul Heyman in the middle of pleading with him to leave the arena. And Braun is obviously still very upset. So Braun, as far as we know, up until this point, left
Okay.
for the night.
Yeah, we didn't see it. I was very confused on the point of that thing because I was like, what are they arguing about? But I guess it dead ass just was to just leave the arena, and he just did it. He just left the arena. Like, all right. Oh man,
He didn't
dude.
care.
It did. Braun's
Didn't
so good, man. What are you drop him down the card already? What are you doing, bro? You got Cody over on SmackDown still chatting it up. And this is what you're doing? This is what you're doing with Braun over here on Raw? Fucking nothing.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. I keep seeing people say that Braun is going to I keep hearing people say, man, that Braun Breaker is could have been attacked by Logan Paul, and that really scares me because it looks like they completely took him out of the world title picture here. Because now obviously we know the SmackDown, the SmackDown side of things is SmackDown's getting the chamber, right? So we know SmackDown is probably getting the chamber to see who will face Drew at WrestleMania. Um, so it looks like I said, he's completely taken out of that world title picture. And I keep hearing people say that they think Logan Paul's the mask guy who did it. Which again is Braun gonna get the Logan Paul match at WrestleMania? Because that is fucking abysmal if that's the case. And then I also hear the idea that Seth Rollins is the guy under the mask, and we're going to get Braun and Rollins at WrestleMania, which is a continuation of the story, I guess, but it's not really something that I was necessarily itching to see at WrestleMania. See, here's the thing. Rollins said something. Yeah, here's the problem for real. Rollins said something while he was hurt on an interview. He said he was not coming back for the Vision. He was coming back for the championship that he never lost. And my God, that is just terrorizing for WrestleMania. I can't lie. So
It really is, dude. It, I
um,
I made that prediction off of fucking just a fucking Hail Mary, hoping it's not true now
yeah.
with how good they did with Punk and fucking Roman. I really hope it's not true because
So,
man,
so Logan, you are right. They said he says they always do Raw and SmackDown guys in the chamber. Yes, what I meant by it being a SmackDown chamber is it's probably
winner faces.
yes, it's probably going to be one of the two guys that's on. I should have clarified that better, but yeah, what when I mentioned it being a SmackDown chamber, obviously it's the winner is going to face
You're gonna
Drew,
have both.
but I think it's going to be one of the two guys that's circling around Drew already, and I think it will be Jacob Fatu or I think it will be Cody Rhodes, which is just wonderful. But that's kind of what I'm
Unless
thinking. hmm
unless the Raw match is a triple threat and it's not Seth, it's Cody.
Or Braun.
Right.
I mean, if they still
Braun.
wanted to throw Braun in
Yeah,
there, they would do Roman, Braun, and Punk.
maybe that's how that match ends. And Seth comes back anyway, fucks over Braun, and one of the other two win the title, retain or win the title, and yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, although Seth said he's going for the title, he's gonna go for the title, but he's gonna be distracted probably by Vision shit for at least the summer
Hmm.
when he comes back. And that's probably gonna be the distraction. Is Braun so mad that he lost another title shot that he's gonna really go after Seth, and that's gonna distract him in the meantime. When Seth probably is just gonna beat Braun himself and then go on to face either Roman or Punk for that title. Probably Roman again. Boy. Either way, it's gonna be the same old shit. My God,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
horrible.
I'm so scared, man. I'm so fucking
It's gonna
scared.
be so.
So,
Come on, man.
yeah. Again, looks like Breaker got pushed down the card, and I don't know. This really all depends on where Rollins sits for WrestleMania, man. It really does. If he, again, man, if he is good to go, do not be shocked if we either get a Braun and Rollins match. Don't be surprised if, we end up getting Breaker, Punk, and Roman with a Rollins interference. And also don't be surprised if we get Rollins, Reigns, Punk through too.
Exactly. I really wouldn't be. I really wouldn't be. And now that, like, obviously, it happened later in the night on Raw, but now that we
Mhm.
know overall, where Roman's going, it makes me really wish that a different person would have went to SmackDown, and we'll see what he did tonight on Raw. But man, they had the perfect layup for Oba to SmackDown. Man,
Ugh.
come on.
Hey, man. Either way,
Well,
this world title situation. Again, I'm fine with Roman versus Punk. I think that's a good matchup, bro. But I don't think the story ends there. I really don't,
I
man.
unfortunately don't.
I think we're going to
It-
end up getting some tomfoolery that leads us to a different match at WrestleMania.
Especially with how much that motherfucker loves to come back early and just, oh, shocker, oh my
Yes.
god, Seth is back.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. Oh man, come on! I just want a break from him just till after me. He could return at Mania, and that's the perfect amount of time for me that I at least need to be away from that man. But I don't think it will happen at this point.
Your boy's gonna be back. Your boy's gonna be back, bro.
I just need a break from him, please.
Javon Evans versus El Grande Americano.
Man,
Holy fuck. El Grande.
I can't believe
Go ahead.
I can't believe I'm saying this. You know, Javon's unfortunately around all this Al Grande stuff.
Hmm.
At this point, I just hope he gets in a vision circle so he could face Logan at Mania. Genuinely, that's probably the safest match for Evans at Mania at this point. That isn't something absolutely abysmal.
The way it's looking, bro, we're probably gonna end up getting like Javon Evans, original El Grande, and Penta versus El Grande
I,
and the Condiments. We're probably gonna get something like that, dude. It's gonna be
I
terrible.
think so. I think it's gonna be some stupid shit like that, or fucking
Oh, brother.
Dragon Lee's gonna be in there. It's gonna be a whole lot of dumb fuckery, dude. That's what I
Yeah,
feel like. So, like I said, at this point, I wish he would just bump into the Vision just so he could face Logan Paul, because at least that's a match I can enjoy.
yeah.
you know, come on.
El Grande Americano is asking the Condiments for the metal plate to put in his forehead. Then we get the original El Grande coming out here. This leads Javon to be able to hit an OG cutter for the victory. Uh, fuck you, Paul. Fuck you. Okay, you have you. Fuck
Dude,
you, man. I mean, dude. You you have Chad Gable. You
you
have
have Chad
and
Gable
dude,
back.
he has this look with a beard, and we can't even see him with it because he's in this fucking
You can't.
luchador mask.
Dude, technically, on Raw, in their roster, in their mid card divisions, technically, they have Dom, Chad Gable, Javon Evans, Penta, Ludwig Kaiser,
Pete Dunne and Tyler
Pete
Bate.
Dunne, Tyler, and literally none of them are actually in the mid card division. Half of them are in fake luchador masks, all facing each other for no reason.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Dude, you
Paul,
have the ultimate layup.
Paul, man, fuck you, bro. Honestly, dude, I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired of the way you use Chad Gable, and then you wonder why motherfuckers go to AEW. You wonder. You wonder why
Yeah.
motherfuckers go to AEW. Look at what you did to Tommaso Ciampa, bro. Look at what you did, man. You done beat that guy's love for wrestling down, and he had to leave. He had to fucking leave the company. I'm so fucking tired of the way you use Chad Gable. This dude is coming out here in a fake ass luchador mask, and this is how we brought him back. We have not seen Chad Gable since he came back. We haven't seen Gable's face since he came back. This dude's on Instagram working his ass off the whole build up to his return, and this is the creative you have for his return. This is it. You're going to do El Grande versus El Grande. Great. Great. You know what I want? You know what I want, Paul? I want Chad Gable holding an IC championship. I want Chad Gable holding a world heavyweight championship because he's that fucking good. Don't make the same mistake with him that you made with Johnny Gargano. Chad Gable is way too fucking good for this shit. And I don't know how much fucking envy you have for certain talents, but you love to shove your fucking nose up other talents' ass. But people like Chad Gable, who are so good, you stick him in a fucking luchador mask.
For no reason. For no fucking reason. It makes no sense. You could have a killer mid card division right now, having fucking great matches and just putting on interesting television and interesting dynamics, and you're doing literally none of it. The IC champion just returned last night, and he's still just not doing anything.
Ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous, bro. This dude is so good. Again, bro, I don't mean to make the comparison, but bro, you watch Chad Gable, he literally looks like Kurt Angle out there. How smooth he is. This man is smooth like fucking butter, bro. Like fucking butter. He's one of the best in-ring guys you have. He's one of the more entertaining characters you have. And this is what you do. This is what you fucking do.
Well, they have their Kurt Angle and Maxine Dupree.
What the fuck? Utterly ridiculous. You know, a couple years ago when they announced SummerSlam in Minneapolis, I was like, you know, man, I really hope Chad Gable is going to be able to win his first world championship at that show. That looked like the way we were going. He was about, at least I thought, he was about to win the IC championship against Sami Zayn. That never fucking happened. And he just never ended up winning it. And we're still 2 years after the fucking fact, waiting for him to hold a mid-card championship. We thought LA Knight's journey to a mid-card title was bad. Guess what? This guy's been on the fucking main roster 10 years. 10 years!
Mm-hmm.
And still has yet to win a mid-card championship. Fuck you, Paul. We haven't seen Chad Gable yet. He's coming out there fucking dancing as a luchador and costing the current El Grande. Shit is so stupid.
I like how there's been no interaction with him and the Creed brothers yet either.
No.
Nothing. No mention of each other. Nothing.
Remember when they were going to be a big hit on the main roster? Remember when everybody was excited for them to hit the main roster?
And they did nothing with any of them ever. They literally, when Chad got injured and left, had a segment where they all were like, oh, they're all focused on each of their respective titles. And after that moment, we literally didn't see them for like 3-4 months.
Fucking joke, man. What a joke. Gunther comes out here for a promo. He comes out to the theme song of AJ Styles. He does his little pose. And then we see the ring general on the Trons, like normal, right? We see Gunther's normal Trons. But instead, on the left side and the right side of the Trons, you just see Career Killer. And they're going to WWEify it. Yep. He's going to literally retire everybody. That I guarantee you, when it's time for Jericho to retire, because you know he's coming back for that little retirement run, it's probably gonna be Gunther. It's the whole that they're gonna stand 10 toes down on this now.
They're gonna kill Gunther's fucking momentum completely and just make him the overbooked career killer. Dude, they gave him a nameplate that said career killer. A nameplate.
Yes, they did. They literally did, bro. Bless you.
My apologies. Goddamn. That's man, this shit is a disease, bro. Triple H is such a disease. I'm fucking sneezing talking about him. What the fuck, dude? Career killer on the Trons on a nameplate. Man.
Gunther's in the ring. He says, just like Goldberg and John Cena found out, when you step in the ring with the career killer, your career and legacy dies. Okay.
When you step up to Triple H, your momentum dies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's all he does. He's the fucking momentum killer.
Speaking of killing momentum, he starts speaking Austrian, bro, and fucking Dragon Lee comes out.
Dude, I was like, wait. What?
Bro, wasn't this guy just feuding with the Vision? What the fuck?
He was just teaming with Mysterio and Penta. They were the fucking another 3 group of Mexicans facing the Vision, and now all of a sudden he's back avenging his once homie for what? Dude, what is going on, bro?
What is this? What is this shit? Why is he?
Fucking idiot.
What the fuck is wrong with him, dude? What's wrong with him?
Wrong with him. I don't know if it's the pacemaker. I don't know if it's all the ice chewing. I don't know if he's got a brain freeze 24/7.
Yo,
I don't know what's going on, but he needs help, bro. They got to put him in a home or something because this shit is not working out.
This dude was just literally last week with the Mexicans, feuding with the Vision.
Like, now none of them. Now LA Knight's back, and he's the Vision Hunter.
The hell? He's flying around the ring, taking out Gunther. He goes to jump on him in the timekeeper's area, and Gunther blasts him with the ring bell. He puts him in a sleeper hold. What do you know? He then puts him in another sleeper hold, hanging off the apron. That spot looked good. The little sleeper hold spot looked good. It looked like I remember when when Brody did it to when Brody did it to Darby Allin. It looked like that. It looked good, but bro, you were running a story last week where Dragon Lee is trying to take down the Vision with Penta and Rey Mysterio. And is it just dropped now? Is it over? I mean, what's the deal?
And you couldn't have had him in the back with Penta, or I don't think Ray was able to make it. I think they said he's injured again.
Wasn't he just at the Royal Rumble?
He was at the Royal Rumble, and on commentary at some point they said he's injured again. So I don't know if that's just kayfabe just to write him off this week or whatever. If he's who knows? But you couldn't at least, if you were doing this, you couldn't just have a quick backstage segment where he just tells Penta, "Hey man, I know we got this problem, but I gotta go avenge my boy real quick. So I'll be back dealing with what we gotta deal with. But I gotta do something real quick. You couldn't have something like that at the least.
A little explanation would have been, or again,
Mm,
like you said, not an explanation as to him defending
Just,
AJ, but a little
but just
explanation
like
into like again explaining why he won't be able to deal with the Vision for a little bit.
exactly. Just have him tell Penta if Ray could have made it. Him too. Like y'all my boys. We got this problem. I'll be there to face Vision when we gotta do it. But I gotta go do this real quick. I gotta avenge my boy. That was my tag partner. That simple. That simple. Just to add, you add so many backstage segments into these shows. You can't add that one.
Literally, bro. Literally. So, yes, the little sleeper. Gunther using the ring bell was dope. I really like that touch. We don't see a lot of that. We don't see a lot of that, man. Yeah, literally, bro. He hit him with the ring bell, and the sleeper spot looked amazing. Again, it was just like last week. Dragon Lee was doing something completely different, and then so what's the difference now that you know? What's the difference now with the Vision? Like, did they
Exactly.
just figure they solved the Vision problem? Did they feel that they got beat up too much by the Vision that they just gave up? Is it just over? So Dragon Lee and
Fucking eventually
Gunther,
join LA Knight.
literally, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match. I hope Dragon Lee isn't thinking about retiring too, because that's just
At
Gunther's
this
thing
point,
at this
I
point.
would.
Yeah. at this point, I wouldn't blame him, but I don't know if Dragon Lee is gonna retire now. But no, I mean, again, this is I don't know. This seems to be Gunther's thing, and they're going to go balls to the walls with it. But yeah, Dragon Lee again, they gave no explanation on why the Vision stuff is over or whatever. I would have appreciated a little bit of that, but Dragon Lee's out here to help his boy AJ Styles.
Help his boy. We'll probably just get a match next week between the two, and that'll probably fucking be it. And then God knows what fucking that man Gunther's gonna do afterwards, but it's probably gonna be trying to retire somebody because when Triple H finds a groove, he's gonna fucking destroy that groove until it looks like the fucking Grand Canyon, and then you fucking hate it. Dude, people already don't like Gunther. Logan himself doesn't even really like Gunther anymore because they do this shit so much, and they're gonna make it even worse. Dude, they're setting that man up for failure. I'm dreading this shit.
My question is though, if we go the Oba route for Mania with Brock, what in the world does Gunther do for WrestleMania? What on God's green earth could they have for Gunther at WrestleMania?
Man. Um, I genuinely have no clue, dude. I have no clue who we could face.
I yeah,
Not
I'm
around to the
I'm
clue.
I'm way out of ideas for that one, bro. I cannot even lie to you. I have legitimately no idea what you could do with this man for WrestleMania. None.
Mm.
The War Raiders are in the ring getting ready. And Obafemi's music hits. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what are they? What are they gonna fucking put
Like,
Oba? I mean, what are they gonna put him in a tag team? Um,
I was like, oh boy, who's about to come out to join him?
I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why is Obafemi coming out here? It's all I can think. I'm like, I'm giggling at this shit because I'm like, what the fuck are they putting Obafemi in a fucking tag team for? And then the War Raiders are kind of looking all confused. And then commentary's confused. And Corey's like, "Oh, I think my run sheet's wrong." He's like, "Oh, this isn't the scheduled opponent for the War Raiders." And Oba's doing his entrance. He gets in the ring and fucking destroys the War Raiders.
Dude, so you're telling me you pick Roman and Punk for Mania, which I'm cool with, which leaves the SmackDown side fairly open, man. And, Cody obviously wants to probably face Drew. Maybe Oba could have went to SmackDown and gunned for the world title in pushing Cody out the world title way, which makes Cody feel some type of way due to their little history from Saturday Night's Main Event, and you could have done something with all that, and no, he's just gonna be probably beating people up on Raw for the time being. Yeah. Why?
The War Raiders.
War Raiders just buried him.
This is another tag team that Triple H brought back, really. None of them left, but he brought them back. He brought them back as the War Raiders. He gave them their identity. He gave them this. He gave them that. They gave them their old theme song back. Let them do the war chant. They've done nothing for the better part of a year. You bring them to Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia, and instead of getting two local guys or having Obafemi, I mean, I guess this means Obafemi's going to be a heel because he attacked baby faces, but you never know. Even at that, you have a group named the New Day, right? Or the LWO. You chose the fucking war. How about the condiments? It's fucking Rayo and Mayo.
I could probably still see him facing people like the New Day because, technically he just took someone's spot on the show doing that. How much you want to bet it's the New Day? They're going to get mad at him
Yeah, I could
for
see it.
taking their spot against the War Raiders. He gets mad and he buries them too.
I could see
That's
that.
probably what's going to happen next week.
I could very well see
Or
that.
he's going to get mad, at the New Day and whatnot, and the New Day are going to fucking like nudge Grayson Waller into facing him for them so he could get in the group, and he just utterly obliterates Grayson Waller. That's what's going to happen next week, probably. Some variation, something like that.
They done brought out the War Raiders to get absolutely destroyed and obliterated by Obafemi. The War Raiders.
Yeah.
Again, you have the New Day. You have the Latino World Order. You have local talents. You could have got.
Anything.
And you have Obafemi come out here and attack the War Raiders, all for commentary to say that, oh, if I was Adam Pearce, he's not signed yet, but if I was Adam Pearce, I'd be signing him right away. He's not even signed.
Not even signed yet. Or, even worse, he's about to go do the same thing on SmackDown on one of their tag teams. He's about to go do it to fucking Axiom or something.
I was going to say he's going to go destroy Kit Wilson or Matt Cardona this Friday.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it, actually, to be honest. I really wouldn't.
What a joke. What a joke. One of your only legit tag teams that you don't use. Which, who the fuck are the tag team champions?
New Day, or not New Day, Usos.
Oh.
Because, did you see they had an off-TV segment for some reason? Even though no one has the non-commercial version of the show, they did a non-commercial little promo with the Usos, which was because Jimmy was back.
Jimmy was back and they weren't on TV. Is what you're telling me.
No, it was an off-TV promo.
Okay. That's just great. Man, again, I don't know. I'm all for WWE trying to make Obafemi look good. I think Obafemi's the future, man. I think again, he's up there with the Jacob Fatus for me, bro, but dude, this guy, man, this guy Paul, bro. The War Raiders of all fucking teams. All the fucking suck ass garbage teams you have on this fucking show, you chose the War Raiders to be the weekly beat up for Obafemi. Nice. Nice, Paul. You just come off. Man, he just comes off as just one of the smartest, most intelligent people in the wrestling business, man. I tell you. What a fucking idiot. What a complete idiot, dude. I mean,
Bunch of morons, dude. This is what they're doing with their hottest new fucking guy. They have fucking the next fucking big thing in their hands, and he's just beating up random tag teams.
and as if the night couldn't get any better. Which, also, too, like, you could have had Oba, come out and, like, call out Brock Lesnar. Just say something in the camera. You know what I mean? Like he's here to slay beasts. Something, bro. So some little hint at maybe something with Brock Lesnar. He's coming out. He's attacking an actual good tag team that WWE has that Triple H just decided to feed away for no reason. Is there going to be like again? Is First of all, that is the last thing your tag team division needs. And second of all, dude, you couldn't have had him say something towards Brock? Anything? Something?
Anything?
I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to me. It makes no sense to me, again, why you didn't build to that at all. I mean, yeah, it is 1 week. I'll give it a little time, man. But again, why is he coming out and attacking random tag teams?
Get it?
The Bellas.
Ugh, save me, please.
Yikes. This
Dude, this
shit
was. I don't
was
even know what
ass.
this was. I don't know who's what. I don't know who's on whose side. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
The Bella twins come out, and Nikki asks, "Who are you guys booing because the Eagles aren't in the Super Bowl? Or are you booing for us?" Bree says, "I think they're chanting Coop." Nikki Bella then pretty much confirms her um relationship with the Eagles, that player from the Eagles, Cooper
Whatever his name is.
Dejan, I think, or Dejean, something. One of the corners for the Eagles. Um, she talks about, hey, can you blame a girl for not having good taste? No. But you know who I can blame? I can blame Paul for not having good taste into what to fucking book on the show. That's who I can blame. Because Paul doesn't have good taste at all in the year of 2026. Apparently.
If they're about to run this tag match and waste two of the best women they have at WrestleMania on this, oh man. Oh man.
Nikki says this is a full circle moment. These two haven't stood in the ring together for 7 years, and Brie Mode is back.
Bro, real quick. Someone
Yeah,
said it, and it's very true. Why does Bree's shirt look like an old Sami Zayn shirt?
I didn't even peep it. I didn't even
Dude, it
peep it.
dead ass looks like one of those OG Sami Zayn shirts.
Yes, bro. Nikki is dating. Yes, I believe he's like 20 years younger than her. So she's
I think
probably
it's like
like,
21 or 23 or something.
yeah, she's dead ass old enough to be his mom. Which, okay. Um,
It's kind of crazy,
to
but
to to each their own, I guess. Um, says Brie Mode is back. These two start like bantering. They're like, I love you, girl. Really? Fuck you, Paul.
I got fucking flashbacks from these two interacting. God
Holy
damn.
fuck. What'd you get flashbacks from? This guy's blushing. What? The-
You can't tell me I'm wrong with that, dude. You can't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking. No, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
have
Can't
no
say
idea.
it, but
We
you know
need
what I'm
to. I
talking
think you should
about.
tell the
We'll
audience.
talk about that.
I think.
I'm not telling the audience that, but man, I was
No, but
just,
you picked up
eh,
on this like cringy like banter between the two.
dude, it doesn't even look like they're sisters interacting. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
y'all are sisters, and y'all interact that awkwardly. The hell?
It
What
it.
the fuck? Like,
I'm watching these two, and it just seems like the most scripted, like natural banter.
it's like, are y'all are sisters? Y'all don't know how to fucking banter.
They got
And
no
if that is how
chemistry,
you
bro.
banter, are you not homie? Your sister? Because that's what it looks like. God damn. How do two siblings, literally twins, have some of the most awkward chemistry together?
Yeah. So what did this give you flashbacks to? We need to talk about
Uh,
this.
mo- Moving on to the next part of the segment, man. What did they say in the segment?
All right, man. Sir K wants to move on. He doesn't want no more. I love you, girl.
Did they say "oh" at some point?
Probably, dude.
Probably, actually.
Probably. That's how that. Oh my god. That damn near looks like how fucking Adam Pearce interacts with Paul Heyman every week. The way these two be flirting with each other on Monday Night Raw. This has got to be how Paul and Seth Rollins interact, or Paul and Cody Rhodes. I mean, come on, bro.
Exactly. Like, come on, bro. This is. Yeah, I'm
Bree,
not gonna say that.
this guy, this guy's being all
It
secretive
is
today.
actually, but
What's going on with
no,
him?
that joke was gonna concern some AEW talent, but I'm not gonna make that joke either.
All right, all right. Well, Bree says she came back because we're the original tag team.
Original tag team.
I'm not gonna
Not
lie, bro. Did you pick up? Nikki Bella thought she was so hard. She
said
ad
OG.
libs this. She's like, "Yeah, we're the
Mm.
OGs."
Dude, I was like, oh my god, this is some of the worst shit ever. She thought that shit was so tough.
I'm sitting there like, "Unk,
No,
just
for
shut up,
real.
bro."
She really is.
You
Oh,
thought that shit
bruh.
was so hard, bruh. You dead ass thought
You
that shit was
included.
so hard. The OGs. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Good. Dear God.
She says they want in the division. We want the tag team titles. Nikki's still ad libbing. She's like, yeah. Okay. All right, good. Your time's up. Get the fuck out of here. It's over. Y'all can't talk, bro. This is terrible. This is fucking terrible. The crowd was so dead. Brie Bella started doing the yes chant to get the crowd hype, and like a few
Oh,
people
man.
did it, but like hardly anybody did it. And fucking Nikki Bella was like, "Come on, let's hear it, Philly." And fucking nothing happened. Nothing happened, bro. Nobody. She didn't hear anything after that. There was nothing. This crowd
That
was
ass just.
this crowd was
Mhm.
so dead. And let's take a timeout for a second, okay? Let me call a timeout real quick. Wasn't Nikki Bella literally 2 fucking weeks ago a heel?
She literally had a whole thing where she like completely changed up her look and was like, "This is a whole new me" or whatever the fuck. Then they just drop it to do tag stuff. Like before she mentioned the tag thing, I thought they just brought Brie back to just have a little turn on for Nikki, just to have her turn on her sister to like do all of her heel stuff. And now they're actually just gonna do tag stuff. So you're telling me this dumb, bald, bitter fuck Triple H is gonna waste his two biggest women talent in Io and Rhea on the Bella Twins at WrestleMania. This is what you're telling me right now, Triple H?
More
You're gonna
than likely.
waste. Oh man, he's gonna waste Rhea Ripley and Io Sky on the Bella Twins at WrestleMania. Just, just, just veto him out the company, dude. Can you? Can y'all please just vote him out the company at this point? Who? What? Are you kidding me? That's horrible, man. That's horrible.
Atrocious, bro. If that is the Mania match, then holy shit. You have sold Rio so short on something they could have done at WrestleMania with literally anybody else for a Bella Twins final run. Holy fuck, man. God. Absolutely terrible, bro.
Horrible, dude. Absolutely abysmal.
This crowd was dead. This promo sucked. These two have no chemistry together. And they're sisters.
They're twins. They have no chemistry.
Look at how much Jimmy helps Jay. These two.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. Nothing's there.
Nothing.
Bert Kreischer is backstage hyping up Alpha Academy for their tag match. Maxine walks up and says she's going to break Natty's ankle.
This show is a joke, dude. This is what they have fucking Bert Chrysler, whatever his fucking name is, come out and do this horrid shit. This is horrible.
The hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Dude, we get to see Natty next week, though.
Oh, fuck. That's just wonderful. That makes this even better.
Doesn't it?
Penta defeats Bronson Reed. They're,
Would you believe that Bronson Reed beat Roman Reigns on pay-per-view main event a few months ago?
No.
No, I don't think anyone would. I don't know if Triple H remembers that he beat Roman fucking Reigns on television and did nothing with him. He beat Roman. Roman was willing to be beaten by Bronson Reed, and they did nothing with him.
Nada.
Homie, what are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all doing?
Penta took a tsunami by Bronson Reed, but there was no ref. LA Knight, while the ref was down, hit a BFT to Bronson Reed on a chair. He ran away. The Vision chased him, and Bronson could not beat the count into the ring for the count of 10. So Penta defeated Bronson Reed via count out. I was left questioning why this even had to happen, but I guess so LA can continue to Vision hunt. So, yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. He is the Vision Hunter, after all.
God
We get a Finn Balor promo package. He says the respect he gives to this business is not returned. He says he wants it all. And he mostly wants the World Heavyweight Championship. He says he doesn't think he's a bad guy, but he is willing to do bad things. Wow. There was a little bit of continuation of this in the main event segment, not too much though. Finn Balor's definitely the match for Punk at Elimination Chamber, 100%.
Oh, 100%, 1,000%.
We get the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio returns. Thanks, Dom. Thanks for holding the IC title hostage. Thanks.
Thanks, dog. You're doing great as IC champ. I totally forgot that that title exists and that there's not even a division around it at this point.
No, there isn't.
There's literally not a division around it at this point.
Dominic says the only reason he came to Philly is to celebrate Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes out. She thanks Dominic for the intros. She says people want to know who she's going to pick. She says she's not going to rush it. She's going to go to SmackDown this week to check the competition. She says there will be a new women's world. She says, but before that, we need to focus on the fact that there will be a new women's world champion crowned tonight. And her name is Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez comes out. She thanks Liv. And she says, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing week for the Judgment Day. But we do have to address why you eliminated me in the Royal Rumble. Liv says it's not like that at all. A win is a win. A win for one is a win for all in the Judgment Day. Raquel tells them to stay in the back so she can win the World Championship on her own. We then get the Philly Street Fight. Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez. Stephanie Vaquer gets a theme song change.
Dog, did you see Stephanie on interviews before talking about how they were originally going to change her theme when she got called up, but she begged them to keep it, and they did?
Yeah.
And they just changed it to
it's like what they did to Sheamus.
Yeah. Begged them to keep it, they did, and then they just change it just randomly, and it fucking means nothing now. It makes it worse.
Dude, it's ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's literally what they did to Sheamus. They gave him his OG song back for a little bit. The crowd fucking loved it, and then all of a sudden we get this genuinely one of the worst songs I've ever heard ever in my life. Theme song that we have now for Sheamus. That's just like the most generic piece of shit that you can possibly muster up. And yeah, we have Sheamus. We have Stephanie Vaquer. Same thing happening to Stephanie Vaquer. She gets called up. She has her OG NXT song, which is not a Def Rebel track. It's something that was specifically made for her. It's a pretty good song. It fits her. And they change it to some generic, just Power Ranger sounding ass theme song.
So it's literally offensive. No, for real, Logan. This shit is horror. And I liked her old one. It had a good, beat to it. It had a good instrumental to it. And this one is just noise. It's just Def Rebel noise.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. The Def Rebelness strikes again as they take out another one. This time, Stephanie Vaquer being the victim. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm listening to this shit and I'm like, so what the fuck was wrong with her theme song to begin with? I cannot stand how Tony Khan is not... He's not financially backed by anybody but his dad, okay? That's it. TKO WWE's backed by TKO, and they are so financially pocket heavy, and they can't pay for shit like this. They can't pay for good theme song production. They can't pay for nothing. Why?
This is the cheapest production ever.
Tony Khan is out here paying for Final Countdown, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, Cult of Personality, all these songs that Tony Khan licensed out. All these songs. And then Ruby Soho, Wild Thing, There's a ton of songs that Tony Khan is paid to license
Oh, boy.
out. Tarzan Boy. There's so much. The list goes on and on and on and on and on of songs that Tony Khan has paid to license out. Again, and TKO can't. TKO can't do it. And said they have to change to make things even cheaper. Well, how shitty, man. How fucking shitty.
And it makes the product just so cheap feeling, dude. It really does.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We thought WWE felt like McDonald's before.
Dude. That, well,
Cheap and
at
fast.
least with literally, at least with Vince, they were like Burger King. At least they actually threw a burger on a grill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now this is just fucking. Remember that one SpongeBob episode where they made all the Krabby Patties out of like fucking gray mold?
Yep.
That's what this shit is at this point. It's just gray mold molded into fucking food.
Hey, we got my boy Mr. Walk him down and cut they shiz off in the chat. Gotti's here, bro.
How you doing, bro?
He says hello,
He's
just
here.
got off work. Bro, I hope you had a great shift, man.
Hope you had a great one, man. Hope you had a great one, and you actually are just going in perfect timing for your go.
He says my tribal chief just absolutely cooked last night. OMG. Indeed.
I hope they keep
Indeed.
that. I hope they keep that going. I hope they don't put a schmuck in the middle of two great performers.
I
Because I
hope
think
not.
they
I have a feeling.
will.
So,
God.
Liv Morgan comes out, even though Raquel Rodriguez told her to not come out. She told her to not come out, and Liv Morgan came out anyway to hand Raquel the championship. Raquel got thrown into a corner, thrown into Liv, and thrown into a corner. She put Raquel on the table, went to do the spinal tap on the table. Roxanne interrupted, but got headbutted through a table. This would lead Raquel to hit a near Tejana bomb off the top rope through the table. I was getting scared at this point. I was like, oh my God, she's going to fucking Tejana bomb her through the table and win the championship. I was so scared. I can't lie.
I thought she was too, bro. I thought she was too.
She said, she went for the Tejana bomb and got a Hurricane Rana through the table, and the table like half broke. So Stephanie then got rid of the table and just set Raquel up for a spinal tap that they don't call spinal tap anymore. Michael Cole just calls it the corkscrew splash.
I was gonna actually make the joke on you. I was gonna say I don't know what the spinal tap is. I only know the corkscrew splash.
Yeah, what is up with that?
I don't like. Why are y'all just devaluing and just fucking making shit so generic? I don't get what this company does. I don't. But I almost thought she was gonna win too, and at this point, I'm expecting another triple threat at Mania, and I think we have a women's triple threat right here.
How many like?
I think it's gonna.
Do we have another name for the lineup, bro? Is it Unk Mania? Who asked for this Mania and Triple Threat Mania?
This one might be a fatal four-way. It might be all the Judgment Day women and Stephanie. It might be a fatal four-way, possibly. Either way, I think it's gonna be Judgment Day women's world title shit. I still think Stephanie's gonna be champion, but I think it's gonna be Raquel, at least Raquel and Liv, also facing Stephanie at the same time for the title, and I think it might be at least a triple threat at this point.
I could see that. Or a fatal four-way. I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Afterwards, Liv Morgan attacks Stephanie Vacker. I do have slight feelings that they might want to keep this a one-on-one match just to make the other women in the Judgment Day jealous, but I could very well see this turning into a triple threat.
I could. I wouldn't be shocked. Either way, no matter what, it's going to be Judgment Day related, and at the end of the night, Raquel and probably Roxanne are going to turn on Liv no matter what.
Yeah, I can very well see that. Elimination Chamber qualifying matches get announced for next week.
Oh God.
Well, hopefully, this goes a good direction. I hope. I'm very curious to see who's going to be in these.
I'm very curious to see how this goes. Very.
So, we have Gotti, I can only hope the Judgment Day will end at I
I can
really
only hope.
I really only I can really only hope the Judgment Day would end. Will it? Probably not. But
Probably not.
I would love it. I would love it, man. A Raw without Judgment Day would be so amazing. I can't even
Oh, I need it.
I can't even talk about those days. They seem so, unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns ends the show with a promo. He comes out, he does his shtick. He says, Philly, we've had highs and lows. I won my first WWE Championship here on my daughter's birthday. And I lost my last championship here too. I also won my first Rumble here. He said it didn't sound like this. It sounded a little different. Probably because the crowd was cheering him this time. He says, years later, I win my next one, and the next stop on the schedule is Philly. He says he's got a decision to make, and who better to help me make it than Philadelphia? He says, do I go after the title that I made? And the crowd immediately starts chanting for CM Punk. So they don't want to see him go after the title he made, I guess. The crowd starts chanting Punk for CM Punk, and he says, so you don't want me to go after Drew McIntyre? Or do you prefer CM Punk? Crowd starts chanting again. CM Punk comes out. These two have a bit of a stare down for a second, and CM Punk says, Finn Balor, I heard what you said earlier. You're not a bad guy. Well, I am, and you're going to find that out real soon. I'm assuming at Elimination Chamber.
I'm assuming. Most definitely that's probably going to be the chamber match. But you know what? I'm down, actually.
Yeah.
I like that Finn's actually getting shown something in a singles main event scene.
Wow. I never thought we'd see these days, bro.
I genuinely never thought we would see this, man.
We're going to
Look at
have to
that.
hear the, hopefully he comes out at Chamber to catch your breath so we could do the arm
Hopefully
thing.
again. God, I hope so, man. God, I really hope so.
Roman then says, you interrupted me to talk about Finn Balor? Punk says, I interrupted you. You're a visitor on my show. He asked the crowd if they would rather see Roman versus Drew McIntyre or Roman versus the best in the world, CM Punk. The crowd obviously noticeably pops more for CM Punk. He says, I'm sure, Roman, you have your mind made up. I'm sure you're going to pick the easy way out. Drew McIntyre. Roman laughs. He says, look, man, I don't like the guy, but you understand Drew is like 4 times bigger than you, right? He says, and isn't he the same guy who had you crying over a plastic bracelet last year? Damn.
Got his ass.
Well. Oh, whoa. Gotti. Gotti, man. Gotti says, Gotti says, Phil is lucky I wasn't in the room. Oh my God. Otherwise, he would have got his ass kicked last night. No one ignores my tribal chief like that.
Oh, dude. Shit. Dude, you might have got bit in the arm.
Good thing you
gotta be careful.
Good. I was gonna say, just make sure no chairs are around. CM Punk, he's not shy to throw a chair at somebody.
Might just sucker punch you while you're just talking to him.
Yeah. Maybe, bro. These are things we've heard before. Okay?
Things we heard. that are probably on camera, that probably exist somewhere, that I
Oh,
would
man.
fucking pay so much money to see.
Tony, show the footage, bro.
Show that footage, Tony, please. I will literally pay you directly to show that footage.
Bro, I swear, I'll sell you like $25, dog. Just send me that shit.
I'll sell you a whole dub just for
Man,
that, bro.
please, bruh. So, CM Punk says, watch it. He says they ran out of staples last year after Hell in a Cell putting Drew's dumbass back together. Roman says, well, I did beat Drew for 3 years straight. Punk says, you and how many of your cousins? Damn.
Got his ass.
Roman says, watch how you talk about my family. He says, my family were the only reason this company is where it's at. That's a fact. Well, and Sami Zayn, but he is family. You know,
At this point, he family.
he's a full blown Samoan at this point, bro. But
Deadass be inviting him to the family outings.
bro, oh God.
She killed me.
He says, my family's the only reason this company is where it's at. The only reason you had a show to come back to. Punk says, yeah, Roman, I believe that you actually believe that. He says, but all you did was hold this company hostage. He says, this isn't ESPN, but I saw what you said on Pat McAfee, how you tried to say, and I believe you genuinely believe this, that your quarterly vacations are you stepping away to help the younger group get over, and then you have the audacity to say no one stepped up. He says Punk compares his 434 title reign to Roman's 1,316 day title reign, and he tells Roman, just because you did it longer doesn't mean you did it better. All right, I'm not trying to sound like I'm burying Punk in this promo, but he did. I'm just saying, okay? I don't want to bury him, Punk. Like, Punk is my guy, but Roman's spitting here.
Title run. Yeah, it was the greatest world title run probably of all time to me. But okay, but I still love you, Punk. You're still goated.
Yes, Punk's world title reign was goated, but Roman did do it better. Just saying.
On,
I'm not burying Punk.
No.
He says, just because you did it longer doesn't mean you did it better. He says Roman earned the right to show up when he wants. But Punk says he chooses to be full-time, to go to all these different countries. He says he chooses to be a fighting champion. Just like he chose to bring you and the rest of the Shield into this company. He says Roman can go through one door. You can go through the one door where the title makes the man, like the title makes Drew. Or you can go through the other door to the man that makes the title. And then Roman grabbed the mic for what would be the final epilogue in this promo battle, and yikes.
I miss this Roman, man. I miss this Roman.
Oh my God. I haven't got hyped like this watching a promo. I can't fucking tell you the last time.
Man, this is the shit I want.
I can't tell you the last time I watched a promo and was like, oh my God, he's cooking. Maybe the Cena pipe bomb, which was 8 months ago.
Literally, dude. Literally, but like, this is the energy I want, bro.
Yes.
This is the energy that if someone comes into this fucking program, I don't think we'll get, which scares me.
It's gonna kill it. It's going to kill it.
It would kill all the energy here, all the hatred here. It would just make it generic, you-know-who hatred, and that sounds horrible to me.
Yes. Because Roman legitimately has more of a reason, at least I think, to hate Punk than Rollins does. Because if anybody listened to that Colt Cabana podcast, there was a lot of shit directly at Roman Reigns. Directly. Now, he did say the line, It's the greatest wrestling podcast interview of all time. There was the line he said about, I'm willing to speak up, but I don't think guys like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are willing to. There was that line that was just utterly bogus of him to say, but the way he went at Roman, all these managers and producers are coming up to me, make Roman look strong, and he's like, well, why don't we just put Roman over? He went at Roman Reigns so hard in that interview, man. We all remember it made Roman Reigns' life a living hell. It did.
Yeah,
That
it
is
really did.
that is
The reason he
largely.
hated.
I mean, like, yes, people obviously people knew that Roman was getting shoved down our throat, but that really soured people because a lot of people were upset that Punk left, and then
Yep.
for Punk to just utterly put that on Roman Reigns, man, it was bogus.
Ooh.
It was bogus, and everybody in the
Was.
company knew it was bogus too. And Roman mentions it here. That's why they asked. That's why Roman was one of the guys they asked, "Is it cool if he comes back?" Because Roman had every right to be like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?" So I'll say though, this promo here was tremendous, and I have not got hype watching a promo like this, and I really am praying to the wrestling gods that this shit stays a one-on-one because they have some really good material here, man, and I'm ready to see these two guys cook. And I really am. I really didn't think they were going to go this route. I really didn't, because I was mentioning it on the Royal Rumble review, but these two kind of had like a mutual respect story. But then Roman did bring up things from Survivor Series that I thought were pretty cool as well. And you could definitely tell the plans pivoted and it was supposed to be Cody just based off the end of that Survivor Series match and the way the little banter between Roman and Cody. I didn't think they were going to go this route. They're going this route, and off this one promo, I'm buying in, bro. I think this was tremendous, and this could be what Mania needs, man. And I would totally be down for Roman Reigns to fucking win the World Heavyweight Championship, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
I would, because this is the type of energy I think Raw needs. I think the general show needs, and I really like the way this program looks going into Mania, and I'm really scared they're gonna add that fucking schmuck Seth Rollins into this shit, and I'm very scared for that.
Okay,
Because
man.
listen,
Yeah,
I,
go ahead.
I like Rollins. Well,
Please
I
stop.
can.
Stop the
I
cap.
can't. No. I can like Rollins. I can. But there's the whole Vision stuff he's around. There's the Paul Heyman stuff that'll probably be brought back into
Yes,
this.
he comes with
And
baggage.
exactly, and Rollins just doesn't have the hatred towards these two that these two just naturally have towards each other. That the hatred with him and Punk started off so like cool and legit feeling that it just diluted into just generic WWE soldier versus CM Punk, and it was just the lamest shit ever, dude. And that's all that Seth feels like most of the time is just WWE soldier. I was here, I did the sacrifice, I deserve all this shit. He's lame as shit, and I don't want to see him in this circle. I really don't. I feel like it's really gonna dilute what these two have going in this.
Yes, there is a legitimate hatred, I feel, that is mentioned between Roman and Punk, and obviously we're about to get into it. There's a more noticeable hatred there, as like you said with Rollins, they don't even really get into the personal shit between the two. They just get into, I was here, you left, you tried to destroy everything I built, even though like Roman was the top star. I don't know what you're talking about you built, but okay. I mean, Rollins was a part, but like, all right, whatever. But anyway, you have that, dude. That was one reason why I was not excited for for Punk and Breaker. Because with Roman, there's legit beef. With Breaker, building into that first episode on Netflix, for a month, all we heard was, I'm gonna put this old geezer down. This guy's old, I'm new, get him out of here, la-di-da. Okay, great. He's old.
Right.
He's old and still wrestles better than half the fucking roster. So what? So that to me, honestly, is why I did not care to see that too much. Even though I love Braun and I think he's a future world champion, that is a Mania match I did not want to see just because I know we're in February. We still got another 2 months, and all we were gonna hear is I'm gonna put this old dog down, and he's old, and I'm young. I'm the future. I'm gonna kick his ass, take his belt, and then it was gonna be same Vision fucking beat ups every week going into WrestleMania. Punk's probably gonna get helped by the fucking Usos for their Mexican buddies for some reason. That was all this was gonna be. I do have a fear they will add Seth Rollins to this because Rollins is going to come back for the championship he never lost, which does scare me that we're either going to get Rollins, Punk, and Roman again, or we're going to get Rollins, Punk, Roman, and Breaker, which is just going to just LOL Vision this whole situation, and it's going to, like you said, completely dilute the problems between Roman and Punk. That is one thing that scares me because Roman and Punk, like Logan says in chat, man, he misses just back and forths like this where motherfuckers are just going at each other's throats, bro. And there's legitimate hatred there. There's legitimate beefs there. There's legitimate history there. I feel like you just add Vision into this. It's just going to be, again, just Rollins. I built this. Fucking, I hate Punk. I also hate the Vision. I hate you, Roman. You took everything from me, and bro, just I don't know. It's just something I don't care to see, and I'm just pulling for this to say a one-on-one match too. And also, why are you doing a multi-man when the match on SmackDown for the WWE Championship is probably also going to be a multi-man with Fatu, Cody, Drew?
Roman. Exactly. Fatu, Roman, or not Roman, I keep saying Roman, Cody, and Drew. And, like, don't do another one. And dude, why is Seth gonna come back and go for the same title he's already won multiple times over and he just doesn't go away from?
Yes.
It's the Cody problem to the WWE title that Seth has to the World Heavyweight title. At this point, I think it would be more interesting if, Seth, at this point, when he comes back, deals with the Vision, wraps up his Vision stuff, and goes to fucking SmackDown. Because at least it'd be fresh. It would be fresh and wouldn't be going for the same thing he always fucking goes for.
Yeah. I would absolutely love to see, in terms of, yeah, and again, draft, bro. Rollins has been around the same belt and the same motherfuckers since 2023. 3 years now. Going on 3 years now, bro. I'm cool with Drew, Cody, Fatu. I'm cool with that under one condition.
Fatu got win.
Jacob, I swear on my life, if Jacob Fatu does not win that world title at WrestleMania, we will have a problem. You need to invest something into the future because, yes, I'm cool with it, but at the end of the day, Braun Breaker is probably not going for the world championship at Mania this year, which, again, I'm cool with just because I don't care to see Braun and Punk. I don't.
No.
I'm cool with it. However, Braun is a young guy. You've already kind of took him out of there. You need to invest something into the future. You need to invest something into one of your younger guys, and Jacob Fatu needs to walk out of WrestleMania, the WWE champion. Fatu, WrestleMania ends with Jacob Fatu holding the WWE championship and Roman Reigns holding the World Heavyweight Championship. That's how I would do it. And I think that's their best outcome.
Whatever that I didn't, deadass don't even remember what show it is that the champions face each other. But that show, Roman and Fatu, that's when we get the match.
You think so?
It could be. Might as well. If you have that fucking layup, might as well shoot it.
The only thing with that is
that stupid show anyway.
Yeah, we will. We're definitely gonna get the stupid Crown Jewel show. The only thing that does suck about that is it will be in a Saudi Arabia. It will be a Saudi crowd. And it would be a bit of it would be like Cody Gunther. For me, it's like, why are you doing this now? But
100%.
but
But
there
they're gonna
is
do that show anyway.
I was gonna say there is always the possibility those two do drop the championships
Oh,
before Mania.
and don't tell me, bro, unless Cody's the champ, and that's the third Roman and Cody match we get,
That
is
I
a
could
fucking.
see.
Oh man, that sounds abysmal, man. That sounds abysmal. But you say it's a Saudi crowd, and they aren't good unless it's big people like bloodline related people. I actually
True.
think Saudi would pop for that match. It's
That's true.
Roman and it's Fatu. Those are people that Saudi actually knows and likes.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. They did used to pop heavy for that bloodline shit, so that's a good point.
No, yeah.
That's a good point.
As long as you're not from AEW, AAA, or NXT, Saudi knows who you are and they
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, for the most part. That's a good point. Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That is a good point, man. So I got my fears for WrestleMania, man, but that's how I would do it. I don't know. I would end Mania with Fatu versus Roman Reigns, both with the both with the world championships. Coming out of Mania, man, that's how I would do it. But I am just very terrified they are going to end up adding Seth Rollins, and or Seth
Very
Rollins
terrible.
and Braun Breaker to this, you know, world title match at WrestleMania, which I am just pulling for them to a uh keep it a one-on-one scenario, man. Keep it a one-on-one scenario. If you did want to bring Rollins back at Mania, um just have him face Braun in a one-on-one match. I mean, please.
Well, to be honest, I think that is what's going to happen, and I think Backlash is going to be that triple threat between Seth, Roman, and Punk.
I swear, dude, is if they give us that if they pull some shit and give us that triple threat match at
And
Mania again, this time for the world title. Oh my god.
oh man, that would be. I threw that layup last year, and then it got it to a point in the year where like, okay, thank God, I don't think we're doing that, and now it's possible again. God damn it!
Terrible.
And Triple H loves to do repeat Mania. He does. Oh man, that shit's scary.
Roman Reigns grabs the mic, man. He says, "Let's get one thing straight. You make all these towns because you had a 10-year vacation." He says, "The only thing I learned from you was what not to do. 2 years ago, when they wanted to sign you back, they asked me if it was cool, and I let you come back to this company." He says he'll never forget 10 years ago when you went on your little best friend's podcast and made my life harder than it ever should have been. Then I let you back and you screw me over. You take my wise man, you try to brainwash my cousins, and you almost did it to me. He says, at War Games, I shook your hand like a man, and what did you say to me? Z-bros or some stupid shit like that? He says, you shook my hand, and on the way up the ramp, you mocked me. You mocked me like I'm some little young boy. He says, I made the choice. He says, I made my choice. He says, I could pick you because you're the biggest star available, but I'm picking you because I hate you, and I've always hated you, and at WrestleMania, you will acknowledge me. He walks off, and I'm sitting there like, whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. Did he just do that? And I literally went back. I'm like, okay, did I hear that correctly? And I'm like, okay, I think I heard that correctly. So, of course, I went on Twitter, looked at WWE socials, and sure enough, breaking news. Roman Reigns confirmed CM Punk to be his wrestler. He didn't even look at Drew.
He didn't even care to go look.
This motherfucker, Paul Levesque, had us thinking, oh, when Roman has his decision, you'll see him next. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we're going to have to wait a month and Roman's not going to be on TV. And this guy's, we're just going to have to sit here and ponder on, what could have been. So,
Really, I thought we were stuck in a vortex.
bro, My God, man. I thought we were too. And we got Roman Reigns immediately, the night after the Royal Rumble, 2 nights after the Royal Rumble, picking CM Punk. But here's the wild card, guys. What if Finn Balor beats Punk at Chamber? Are we getting Balor and Roman?
Listen, listen. I'm excited for the match itself. That boy has no chance of winning that match. I'm excited for the match, but if that is not the most unbelievable match at this point,
I don't know, dude. We might
that
get
shit is
it.
hilarious. Genuinely, if Seth was still, around uninjured, he might have a bigger chance, maybe. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, Seth versus Finn sounds way more appealing than Seth versus anybody else on Raw. So you have something there, but like, dog, it's gonna be a dope match. I'm excited for, but he got no chance in hell, bruh. I
Yeah.
got better chance of winning the lottery.
He never had a chance, but now it's even more unbelievable. His odds
No,
went from
no,
a
completely.
1% chance of winning to a 0% chance of winning.
To an
So
absolute -5.
yeah, no, it's legit, bro. But yeah, I mean, there is that. But yeah, so Finn Balor is now for sure cooked for Elimination Chamber. He already was definitely cooked. Now he's signed, sealed, and delivered. He's cooked. It's over. But um yeah, man, they went for the kill, man. They went for the kill and had Roman Reigns immediately announce this shit as yeah, man, that's what they opted to go with for Monday Night Raw. That's what they opted to go with for WrestleMania, man. And I am fucking with it, man. This back and forth was really great. As for the next time we see Roman Reigns, I have no idea. And I'll say, man, I'm just so glad we are not getting Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at
Thank God.
WrestleMania. They definitely went with the good option for that. So I'm very happy for that, man. As yeah, that is that. And it seems as if the Chicago Bulls have traded Voos. And that's crazy. They traded him to the Boston Celtics for Anthony Simons. Um, kind of odd. I I don't know with the Bulls sometimes. I mean, I I I don't know. I that yeah, that I don't know. That trade doesn't really move me, man. I'm not gonna lie. That trade doesn't really move me. I don't know. I thought they would move him for look I thought they would move him for somebody a little better, maybe try to inch them towards being a contender, but I don't know. Still look like a playing team to me. Sorry. Man, Logan says he's waiting to see if the Timberwolves somehow get a trade together for Giannis. I don't think so, man. I think the best suitors for Giannis are probably the Warriors or the New York Knicks. That's what I'm thinking. Gotti asks a great question. He says, "Do you think we ever get Roman Seth Mania 1v1?" I could
I hope
see
not.
them wanting to do it one day just because they've never done it. But um I could see it. I could see it. I personally think, if they wanted, I think the perfect time to do it would have been like Mania 37 or Mania
Yeah.
38. Uh, well, I could say Mania 38 would have been perfect, but they just had to know. They just had to go with another Brock match. I think Mania 38 would have been perfect. Um, but I could see WWE wanting to do it just off the fact that they've never done it. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, personally.
Yeah, personally, I don't want to see it. I think it's a waste for both guys, but I could see WWE wanting that shit 100%. Even if it's just to retire one of those two, I could see it.
Yeah. The Timberwolves. I mean, the Timberwolves definitely wouldn't be a bad fit. That wouldn't be a bad fit to pair Anthony Edwards with Antetokounmpo. But yeah. I mean, if they offered up probably like, I could see them offering a nice package around like Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, maybe a couple picks, something like that. I could see that. But personally, like I said, I feel the teams that are going to end up getting him are the Warriors and the Knicks. I think are the best possible suitors for Giannis, but we will see. But yeah, I don't know. Bulls still look like a playing team to me, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh. Chicago, Minnesota, and Detroit have agreed on a multi-team deal that sends Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley Jr. to the Bulls, and Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric to the Pistons. Kevin Huerter will be a good source of shooting for Detroit. As for us getting Mike Conley and Jaden Ivey, Jaden Ivey should be pretty dope. Again, I don't know. The Bulls, maybe an 8th seed now? I don't know. Maybe. So, I don't know.
I can never win.
Oh, wow. Jaren Jackson Jr. I forgot it's whole trade deadline time. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to Utah. Wow. That's interesting. Well, trade deadline stuff's going on, so hopefully we get some cool stuff, man. Hopefully we get some cool stuff. But, hey, man, that is everything we got here today for Unscripted, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for this edition of Unscripted. Thank you guys, as always. Yeah, man, that is going to do it for this edition of episode 285. Thank you guys to everybody in the live chat. We got Mr. Welcome Down and Cut They Shiz Off, Gotti. We got Manager Logan. We got my homie Flex. And thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition of Unscripted. As always, it's been a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP. Thank you guys. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all on Friday with the news.